everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for being part of the AGD farm. So today's video is my first ever Q&A for CISA certification. I've done quite a few for ACCA, so if you are interested in doing ACCA, make sure to check out my playlist. I've basically shot quite a few videos on that, and recently I did my CISA, so I have shot a few videos on why I did my CISA, and also some study tips, and also how you can enroll if you have decided you want to go ahead with the certification, how you can enroll for it. So today's video is focused on an email that I received from one of you, one of us. Thanks for interacting with me. I really appreciate it when you engage with me, watch my videos, share some questions, because that fits in. I would love to create content that you would find useful and relevant to what you're going through or what you're trying to achieve in your life. So she shared quite a few questions that I thought I might as well cover them in this video, and each of you can benefit from it. If you have any other questions, anything you'd like me to cover as well in a future video, I'm more than happy to extend this series to make sure I capture every detail. Or rather, you can benefit from my experience because I have gone through it. I have done the exam recently, just a few months ago. I applied for certification, I got it. So if there is anything that I can help you out on your journey, I'm more than happy to sit here and use my platform for that. So if you see me looking down, it's because the questions are on my phone. So I'll go through them as quickly. There are only 5 of them. Some of them I have already addressed in other videos, so I'll quickly rush over them and put my focus on where I think you can benefit the most from it. So the first question that she sent, so I'm currently doing my master's in financial economics. If I want to become a member, which one do you recommend? So in my previous video on how to enroll for CISA, I did recommend that as part of that, you register to become an ACCA member. So CISA is by ACCA. And if you want more details about the certification, I do walk through in detail in my past videos. So I will link the playlist somewhere here or in the description section, in both. I'll make sure I link them in both. So because you are studying towards your master's, you are a student. So I see nothing wrong with you going ahead with a student membership, which is the cheapest. If once you graduate and you're in between graduating and getting a job, there is a graduate membership. But if you're working, then please do go for the professional membership, which is the most expensive, but compared to the discount that you get in terms of the resources available on ACCA website, I think it's good value for money. So second question, I do not have any formal experience in auditing. If I want certification, how do I go about doing that? I'll read the third question as well because it's directly linked, and I'll answer them together. So the third question is, can I write the examination and after passing, look for a job to build experience? So it's related to not having experience that, would be relevant towards the CISA. And basically, should the practical experience element of this certification, because to become chartered or a certified CISA, you do need to pass the exam, but then in addition to that, you do need to get your experience validated for you to get to be awarded the certification. So first thing I wanted to highlight is CISA is not just auditing. In fact, auditing is only one of it's 20% of the job practice areas that this certification is relevant for. I know the title of the certification, Certified Information Systems Auditor, CISA, is a bit misleading. You can think it's only about auditing. IT auditors are just one of the professions who would benefit from this certification. So if you do check out my other videos, I do talk about there are 5 domains, 5 job practice areas that are covered in the CISA exam. CISA exam is very practical. It's not one of those theoretical. So it is focused on the different job practice areas that are applicable for the certification. So make sure to check out that playlist. I'll keep referring to it because the content is there. But for now, I think it will be useful if I walk you through the process of getting certified. And on there is useful information on some of the exemptions that you qualify for, timelines for when you need to apply for the certification before your exam pass is invalidated. So basically, how long after you passing the exam do you have to apply for certification before time runs out? So I will share my screen now, and we can discuss this further. All right. So this is the CISA website. As I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, the ACCA website is the Bible for anything CISA related, not just CISA, any of the certifications offered by ACCA like C-Risk, CISM. Make sure to check out their website for any information that you think you need, any information that you're looking for related to that certification. Make sure to check out their website. So I literally just came onto their website, searched ACCA, and then searched for CISA and specifically getting certified. So you land on this page here, which walks you through a very simple process where you pay to basically you pay a processing fee of $50, and then you only need to submit a form. So you fill in a form, basically elaborating. It's a very simple form. Trust me, I have done other qualifications. This is the simplest form I've seen. A very simple form where you basically fill in all your job experience details, any waivers that you're applying for, and you submit it. So that's the process in general. But going on to the important bit, which is what do you need to get certified? What type of job experience do you need? So you can see here, some of the requirements is passing the exam, which is a no-brainer. First thing I would do is do the exam before considering anything else when it comes to the certification. Simple things like adhering to the code of professional ethics. Just by you being an ACCA member, you do basically give your consent to follow the code of professional ethics. I would say, other than passing the exam, the key thing you need to focus on when you want to get certified is basically achieving the minimum work experience that they need. So you have 5 years from the day that you pass your exam to apply for certification. They usually need between 3 to 5 years work experience. The reason I say three is because if you have done a degree, you can get a 2-year waiver on the experience requirement. So you would only need to demonstrate 3 years. There are different waivers in place. So they are provided in detail actually on the website. I'll walk through some of them, but you can always take this away, walk through the ACCA website, go through the ACCA website and see it for yourself. So you can see here they need minimum of 5 years of professional experience. Another thing I wanted to highlight, not just auditing experience, you can see any control experience, security work. So if you're more of a technical person, you're part of the security, application security team, that is very relevant. If you're part of the IT support team, that's also relevant because domain 4 is related to information systems processes. So as long as you are related to, if you're involved in any security work, any governance, corporate governance, that experience is very relevant. And in fact, what can give you more information, because they do, so each domain area has what should say objectives. They do explain this in more detail in the actual form itself. So I can probably do a different video to avoid this video being too long and just purely focused on the experience element of the certification. I can probably do another video. Let me know, put a thumbs up or even put a comment in this video if you want me to walk you through the form that I filled in when I was applying for certification. We can go through that in a lot more detail. All right, but you do not need experience in all 5 job practice areas. You just need experience in one, which is perfect. So it's not as tasking when it comes to proving the work experience that you have. And you can see here the different waivers in place. So if you have none CISA related experience, you can actually apply for a 1-year waiver, just to show you have some job experience. So please have a look through the exemptions. You might be able to get the certification faster than you actually think. All right, so I will stop sharing now and move on to the next question. I wanted this video to be short and sweet. So fourth question is, can you also recommend the material you use to prepare for the course? Yes, I can. I have done a full around 20-minute video going in depth on study methods that I applied when I was self-studying for CISA. So if you are familiar with my channel, you probably know by now I am a self-study person on every single thing. It's the cheapest method. And trust me, as long as you do have commitment, you have discipline, you can study for anything by yourself. You do not need to pay additional fees, tuition fees, to be taught by someone. So make sure to check out that video where I go through the study material that I recommend, different things to look out for, things that after I studied, now that I've done the exam, things I look back and I'm like, probably I should have done this instead of that. So some lessons that I've learned through my study journey. So make sure to check out that video. Then the last question, did you do an online or in-person um, at a testing center? So I think she's referring to the exam. Did I do it online or in person? So I did it online. That's because the exam centers, there are none near where I was, my location. So I think they're quite far, few and far apart. The online version of it was very fine. Like actually, the only key thing, probably this is actually something for a different video, but the main key thing is the setup process. Otherwise, once you started the exam, it was very smooth. Like you just need to have good internet. It was very, very smooth. But the setup process, guys, one thing I can tell you for sure, please log in before your exam starts because the proctor, the invigilator, they are very strict on having nothing on your desk. They want to see literally you do 360 top down, you're showing them there, you spend minutes showing them, and especially if you're in like a one bedroom flat or you're in a place where you're not working from an office just dedicated, you have other things around you. It takes a bit of back and forth, which was the case for me. Like, oh, move that there, move this here, because I only thought I only needed the desk where I've placed my laptop to be clear, but no, they check under the table, they check things. So you do need time to set up. And so I would definitely recommend you log in as soon as you're able to, because they do allow you a few minutes before the exam to log in so that if you had set aside a certain amount of time for the exam, the exam is 4 hours. You don't want to be wasting time for half an hour. You're still going back and forth, with the invigilator before they give you the green light to start the exam. So yeah. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to, walk through them in my next video. There's a lot more coming on this channel, so definitely stay tuned. Afro Diaries will be turning 2 years in a week's time. So this month, basically, we're turning 2 years. And as part of that, I have a big, big, big reveal. So stay tuned. My next video will be one that you were definitely not expecting, but your girl is working hard. So I am looking forward to sharing big news with you guys. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.